I don't know why I like that music, man, but it's just like the bomb. It's like the bomb early in the morning. Wake yourself up. Hello, everybody. This is your host, Dr. Joe Blake, with the On Point Podcast, where we help you get your financial point across. I want to welcome you to podcast, and I tell you, it's always a good day in the USA. I'm just always a positive guy. Sorry, this is who I am. You got my background there. That's my home city. Maybe over here. Originally from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm just kind of nostalgic today. This whole week was kind of good for me. One, I had my god sister that I hadn't heard from in years reach out to me on Facebook, and so we connected. I hadn't seen her. I was like 3. And she was probably, I don't know, she looks about 6 or 7. I'm going to show you a picture in a moment. But my godfather, his name was Mr. Oscar and Miss Elizabeth. And as I shared with you guys before, that Mr. Oscar used to read out the Bible real loud to me. And I was at the house, and he was, he would always, and the Lord said, in booming voice. But that's why, as a little boy, and then as I got to be a man, I thought about the Bible, found Christ and everything later in life. But she was there too, and she used to hear Mr. Oscar read the Bible and everything. But anyway, we caught up in life, and I'm gonna show you a picture in a moment. And then also, I have a friend that I grew up with in Baltimore. Me and Neil were friends for, we're still friends, obviously. But 13, 14 years old. It used to be like 5 of us, but me, Neil, and then Vanis Lynch. He's a friend on Facebook as well. But Neil is in Arizona right now as well, because his wife is from Arizona, and he has family here. So Neil and I are gonna get together later today after the podcast, and my wife and I, we're gonna go over to his house and to his family's house and everything. So I'm thinking about Baltimore. Here we go, Baltimore. Baltimore's on my mind right now, so that's why you see my city there, my hometown. Even though I'm in Goodyear, Arizona. Okay, Goodyear. All right. So let me share this one picture here with you. Yep, that there is me. I was 3. My mom used to keep me sharp, man. That used to keep me sharp. That had to be 1968, 69 time frame. That's get up old school in the Shiloh Baptist Church in Baltimore, Maryland. It's funny sometimes to go back and look at yourself there. It's just something else. All right, enough of the reminiscing. I'll bring on board here my cohort, my namesake, my dad's namesake, my son. Where you at, Joe Blake the third.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
All right, son. How the grandbabies?
They doing fine. They're over here watching TV. Got my youngest. He's in the playpen, and he's just moving around.
All right, cool deal. Cool deal. Getting all ready for school and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're gonna be busy. All right, so today we're going to be sharing with you what's called the 4 windows of success. And within the 4 windows, you can actually go to the second book. My second book is called Joseph Building Financial Legacy. And on page 55 in that book, it gives you a model or picture, and it shows you, let me go to the PowerPoint here. shows you the example of what the 4 windows of success look like. Now, this is one of the mental models, and this picture gives you um, an idea. It's a plan, and it shows you how to look at your finances. And I like to say it's like a core. This is like your financial core to what you're doing, your financial core to your finances. So there's 4 basic funds, and when I talk about investing, primarily I'm mentioning mutual funds. Now, I have to kind of put this out. I am a licensed investment advisor. I'm a licensed in 12 different states. Because of my license, I can't. There's some things I can say, some things I can't say, some things I can do, there's some things I can't do. So when I share this information that I'm online, I have to be general, and I have to be broad with it. That's because of my license. I have to be mindful of that. So when I'm speaking with you, I'm giving you terminologies and scenarios that are easy to understand and can bring your financial point across to you. But if you ever want to get more detailed and specific to it, you can always reach out to me. My information, I'm gonna make sure it's going across the bottom of the screen here. But you can reach out to me, and we can have a personal one-on-one uh, phone call. We can do a Zoom meeting, because like I said, I'm licensed in 12 states. I'm licensed in the states you're in. I know I have people all over the world. I have some people in India listening to the podcast. But I can talk with you and get more specific with you in detail. But when it's a general public like this, I have to be general, but this brings information across. All right, so these are the 4 windows. So you have to have what's called a short-term plan. Short-term plan is anywhere from 6 to 12 months of your income set aside. 6 to 12 months, because if you lose your job, you change job, or something like that, you have enough of that money set aside to live on. So, like, have you ever you changed your jobs before, son?
I'm sorry.
Have you changed job or maybe moved from one job to another before?
Yeah, yes, I
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. How did that feel?
It's not the most pleasurable experience.
Right. Right. So, if you had now knowing how feel to go through that, say if you had a whole year's worth of your salary set aside, would it have made that change easier or
Yeah, it would have made it
no?
a lot easier, a lot more manageable.
A lot more manageable, right, right.
Mhm.
So, and you're not alone. Most Americans are that way. You have enough money set aside, you can do that, right? So, and that gives you. Now we're going to talk about each stages, but that gives you mental, mental safeguard. Gives you some safeguards there. Your peace of mind. You can make a change. You can analyze things. That way, you don't have to go out there and take the first job that comes along. Because if you hurting for a job, you're hurting for certain. That could be a problem because you're hurting for money, and instead of waiting for the position that's good for you the next time around, or the business that's good for you the next time around, you just jump out there and take something. But if you have money set aside, you can live on. You're fine. Second window that you need to have put in place as a long-term plan, and if you say, for example, if you paid your auto insurance, your car insurance, the homeowners insurance, rent insurance, you pay that on an annual basis, it's more cost effective. So you pay. So the thing is to build something like this up over a period of time, 4 or 5 years. Once you take the interest off of those funds, and you pay those type of insurances on an annual basis, that's another better way too. Have you heard of that before? Where you pay out if you paid your car insurance for the whole year, that would tell you that it'd be cheaper.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So but the challenge is having that big old chunk of change, right?
Right.
So that's that. But now, from a physical standpoint, if you paid your health insurance on the year, if you paid your life insurance on the whole year, um, helps you with your well-being, your wellness, you can get things done because it's more cost effective. Doesn't your car insurance? The car insurance ain't no joke, is it?
Not at all. Mm-mm.
And you have to get it, don't you?
You do.
So it's like, man, I gotta pay this car insurance, homeowners insurance, and you can't skip on it, right?
Right.
All right. The third plan you need to have put in place is I love me. I like to call it I love me fun, or we love us. I love me if you're single, we love us if you're married. Because your wife going to say, "Where's my?" We love us. So that's like a travel fun, a shopping spree, Hobby Lobby, or technology fun. Right. So that's more of an emotional type of fun, emotional thing because you like to buy, you like shopping sprees, son.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure the wife likes shopping sprees, right?
Right.
So you put that aside for that purpose. Not so if you want to do traveling or at least like once a year, the wife and I, we go travel. Like what did we do this year? Oh, this year was Cupcake's wedding. That was a chunk of change right there, buddy.
Mhm.
Right. So, but each year we like to do that. Last year was when I go last year. Was it? Oh, we went to England last year. Before that was so once a year. How does that feel, son? Once a year, you and the wife go to another state, another country to travel. Wouldn't that feel good?
Yeah.
Right. So these are things you think of. This is what clients think about too, right? That would make
Right.
you. If you go to Tahiti once a year, how would you feel?
To where now?
Tahiti.
Tahiti's not really on the radar, but I guess that would be nice.
Well, what's on your radar?
I mean, I'd like to go to Thailand, maybe.
Thailand, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, that's where your brother was. That's a
Yeah.
place. That's a good place, man. That is a good place. Okay, so that's it. You have a fun like that, or we love us fun. That's what it's used for. Take a couple of years to build that up. And the last one is I call it a fun fund. A fun is not retirement because people say, "Oh, you're gonna retire," because most works they have retirement. That means you're old, you're decrepit, and you can't move no more. No, retirement is when you go have fun. Hopefully, your kids are grown and out the house like you is, and you do what you want to do. So those four basic ones. So and I had a scripture now that you can't really see, but it's Job 28:28. It says, "The fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and let evil depart. And if you depart from evil, you get understanding." So the thing is, you want to fear God, so the wisdom will come, and you depart from evil. When you depart from the evil, understanding comes. So you want to get this right here, so you can get the wisdom, and then the evil part is like if you don't do it, you won't get no understanding. You don't have this set aside, all right? So these four windows, you know that the mental, physical, emotional, and your spiritual health. So we talked about money, but this is how it impacts you: your mental, your physical, emotional, and your spiritual health. Now, mental clarity. What do you do for mental clarity, son? What do you think you do?
Read a book, go for a walk. Exercise.
Okay,
That's
that's
the
something
big
right there. So when you get clear, you can think. You thinking clearly. You can adapt, make changes. And sometimes when you deal with your money aspects, you want to read different books. As a matter of fact, the aspect of mental clarity, we talk about the mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. That actually comes from Stephen Covey. There's a book that Stephen Covey wrote, and the book, the title is The Eighth Habit. Talked about the eighth habit, and the eighth habit gives you the example that we just shared with you. So Stephen Covey talks about the eighth habits, and the eighth habits goes to those four points about mental, physical, emotional, and the fourth one. Those apply to those four windows of success. So I combine those two together, and I know that's how our life makes our life better. So we're here with the so you want to make sure your mental is good with as far as cognitive thinking goes along. Then you have a self-awareness, understanding your thoughts and your emotions. You want to be able to have purpose. Life gives you purpose, gives you direction, and ensures you're engaged. So, what's your purpose, son? What do you think your purpose is?
I'm still trying to find it.
Where do you think you find it from? God.
Mm-hmm.
God gives you your purpose, tells you your purpose is. Purpose. Once you in Jeremiah chapter, I think it's 4 or just a one. I think it's 1 and 4. God tells Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in your belly, I knew you. Before you came forward out, I ordained you a prophet to the nations." So God knows who we are before we're even actually born, and that's how we find out what our purpose is. Now, that's how I find out my purpose is an educator, to teach, to provide information and knowledge to others. The money part of it, that's when I read the Bible, when I read about Joseph in the Bible. And your name happened to be Joseph too. And you are here because your purpose is to be just like your daddy. That's why you're here. You don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, are you an educator, son?
Yes, I am. I'm an educator.
Wow. So what classes do you teach? Are you teaching now, or have you taught in the past?
I'm teaching cybersecurity. I'm teaching dual enrollment at a local high school. I teach at a community college. I'm teaching like computer networking, hardware installation, cloud and virtual. Cloud and virtual operating systems. I'm teaching a variety of like computer classes.
Educator.
Yeah.
It's already in you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You teach at a high school?
Dual enrollment at the high school.
Yeah, that's a new man. You can tell the brother that.
Yeah, I just started that this fall.
Okay, that's cool, man. You rolling? Okay, that's my boy. Okay, so purpose, see, that's as an educator. All right, so then at the physical aspect, got to be physical. You know, make sure you have enough rest and exercise. Now, military, we got military stuff. We need to make sure we exercise, get some rest. Kind of hard to do the rest part, but hey, stuff for the military. Get your walks and your steps in. Doing that. Man, I took a trip once to Italy. We went to Rome. Did I tell you how many steps I did in Rome?
No, you didn't tell me.
93,000.
Mm.
That was a week though. But that's still way too many steps. I was like, oh, I'm not doing this again. Anyway, but exercise. Do some regular exercise that help you keep going. Now you might want to go running. I ain't running. So I can do some walking or something like that. I can do that. But do it regularly and make sure you're eating right. So sometimes it's hard to eat right, but you got to do that to keep yourself in order. You, on the other hand, you got them babies. So when your boys get to be 15, 16, you know what they're going to say, right? Dad, take you to the court so I can cross you up.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So when you have the exercise, because you want to have enough health so you can enjoy your wealth that you create. So if your health is all busted, you can't enjoy your wealth. You get all that money, have all that money, and you all sick. That's not no fun. All right. Nutrition, make sure the water, sleeping, make sure your nutrition is well. And then the other one, this is the third window now. The third window talks about I love me and we love us. Having that type of fun, how does that make you, have that? This is the third mutual fund. Having that type of fun, how would you feel about that?
I mean, I enjoy it.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And again, like I said, there's mutual fund. We would have to sit down and talk, and I would share with the individual or the family what you need. So it helps your emotional intelligence. So look at that travel location. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's somewhere out, like in Asia, Thailand probably. But when you have that emotional side of you, and you understand your emotions, when you go on a vacation, that's what it does for you. Give you a chance to think and look and feel. Where did you go last year? Didn't you go to Florida sometime and you did something down in Florida with your kids? Disneyland or something
Oh.
like that?
Trayvon did that. I was working last summer.
Oh no! You took the kids down to somewhere though?
I haven't been anywhere
No, no, no,
lately.
no, 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 no. You went to a water slide thing.
Water park. Yeah, I went to water park.
How was that?
I mean, that was fun.
Yeah, went down there. They were screaming, right?
Hmm.
Did you take who went down a big water slide? Did you take
Hey,
Aiden down there?
yeah, my oldest went down the water slide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Now, after you did that, how did you feel?
I felt good. We had a good time. We relaxed. Got
Hmm.
to enjoy the little sunset, sunlight, water. Had some light refreshments at the I forget what you call it, but we had some light refreshments.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
That's what having that fun over there. So that's a we love us. So you have the resources available to go do things like that. And some families don't have resources to be able to take that type of a vacation to do it. And
Mhm.
when you have those four different funds, that fund there, that's for that purpose. So you can have that opportunity to go have the family recharge, re-engage, and enjoy one another. And when you enjoy one another that way, and you come back home, you're like, hey, let's get this together again, and you create memories, and that's what helps. The second one, the picture there shows a shopping spree. So sometimes you go places to go shopping, and it's a different environment. Once before signing, we went to South Carolina to see my dad, and we went down to well, I hate to say it, but it was the old slave markets in South Carolina. They're still there, but they had shops there, and kind of remind me of the places there. But you know, you're able to manage your emotions and things when you go places and see something new. You see other worlds, see other way people live and everything. So you see, you have that we love us fun. You get to explore. That's the thing about it. You do the travel, you get to explore and see other worlds, see other ways of living, and you come back refreshed because you set those funds aside for that exact purpose. Or you can use those funds for um, I call that that's I call it my best buy fund. So if you have a best buy fund, what do you well I call it best buy. I mean, what type of store do you like, son?
Um, I know I do a lot of online shopping, so maybe Amazon.
Amazon. So whatever you can use, whatever you use it for, you can have it something like that. I also do something like this. Now they give you change, and I don't like having change. So at the end of the day, I have a little bank right here, and any change I get, I throw it in here. From the beginning of the year to the end. By the time I get to December, this thing is filled up. I use it for Best Buy because I use it when it's Black Friday. They have little sales and whatnot, and I can always go and get me a daggone tablet. One of them, like it's like $30, $34. That's about $35. I can get a tablet, and you know what I do with that tablet? I give it away.
Mm.
I give it away to somebody who don't have exposure to a tablet, and they want to get a tablet. I have one for their own self, and so that that gives I'm recognizing that I have empathy for others that they want to be able to achieve something. So that we love us fun can be for you, for others at the same time, and it just. But again, this is what's one of the core funds. Now the last fund though, the last one. So it gives you the spiritual connection for this one. This last one is a spiritual connection because this one helps you leave your legacy, and that's the fund, the fund, and it's, it's not retirement because even though you get to a certain age and you say you don't have to work anymore, you you don't really work. You just share your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You share it. because when you don't have enough and you're at that age and you have to work, because there's nothing wrong with being poor, there's nothing wrong with being broke. But if you're poor and broke, that's when it's a sad day. Sad day. Do you know it could take 15 to 20 years and you can be done with working, son? You can retire.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I mean, I know it's possible.
Right. 15 to 20 years, you can be done.
Mm.
And the key is that you have enough money set aside that the interest on that money can maintain your lifestyle. Set enough aside, and the interest maintains your lifestyle. And the key is that you just have to do it. Be disciplined to put things in place. Be disciplined to be available or have yourself available, and be mindful of what's there. And that's what you do. You're mindful. That's what
Mm.
you do. You discipline. That's what you do. You're always refreshing your knowledge and wisdom and understanding, and that's what we all do. I mean, you're my son. I know you do it. You're like
Mm.
you're just a chip off the old block. But that's those 4 funds. That's the core. That's before that the core is there, but that's before you go out there and try to do what's that guy's name? Individual stock, Tesla, Microsoft, and all those guys. If you don't have that core together, those other parts are not going to work.
Mhm.
They won't be available. They won't be there. All right. What are your final thoughts, son? What are your final thoughts you have?
Um, I'm not sure. I mean, it's all you got to have that financial discipline. It's one thing to have the knowledge, you got to go apply the knowledge, and things are not going to happen overnight. It takes time. So, I
Right.
mean, you won't know till you get to the finish line.
Right. Right. That's it. And sometimes you folks think it takes long. It doesn't. When does it start? When you say it starts. When does it end? When you say it ends. And now 59. I retired when I was 52. Um, I continue to work because I love it. I love doing this part right here. I love sharing the information, and we talk about legacy because that's my book here. So I take the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of what I have here, and share it with my family. He's my oldest son, so he's going to take everything that I got and take this information. He's going to be greater than I am. He's already greater than I am. My son is at a point at his age that I was not at. You don't know how bad you are, man. You don't know how bad
Mm.
you are. All right, so let me put you in the background, son. I'm gonna go ahead and close out, and then we'll come back again. Okay.
Okay.
All right, hang tight. All right, So just as a reminder, there's a QR code for the Legacy book. You can scan that bad boy, scan it, and download the book and get it. If you, I'm going to have another seminar in September. We'll have one online, then we'll have one in. No, actually, I'll have two of them online. One is about real estate and financial literacy. That's going to be online. We'll start advertising that here shortly. But you can download this book right here, and if I may have one in person where if you get the book and you see me, I'll sign the book for you as well. Great book. This book is dedicated to my daddy. My first book dedicated to my mama. This was to my dad. My dad was a Vietnam veteran, and so so got it dedicated to my dad. The next have want to make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe. That's how we grow. We grow and let you know. The things about financial literacy. And I put it in such a way that you can understand it, you can swallow it, and then regurgitate it, and then share it with others. That's what makes it actionable. When you get the information, chew it up, and then share it with others. That makes it actionable. So there's that Actionable app. You can download the Actionable app. It has newsletters, podcasts that's inside of it as well, and other little clips that talks about the finer parts that helps you understand and learn more about the concepts that I share. So with that, hey, it's been Dr. Joe Blake here with the On Point Podcast, and just want to remind you to always stay tuned, stay informed, and stay on point. So have a great day, great week, and we see everybody again next week.